Good morning, everybody. My soda's flat. Good to meet you, brother.
What's going on?
Morning, all, or good
Dom.
evening, or whatever time it is over there.
Good evening to you, sir.
It's actually good morning now because it's 12:30 a.m.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
Nine.
good morning.
9:30 a.m. here.
Yep.
Oh man.
Come on, watch. Yep. So, anyway, what's going on, guys?
Let's get the party started.
Staring out into the morning.
You sound tired there, bud.
Oh man. Yeah. Busy guy.
It's been. Did you have a bike to work on or something?
Nah, just working on my truck. The intake manifold gasket went on it, so it's just like been a nightmare trying to resolve it.
Oh yeah, I bet it has.
Yeah. So
Morning, all.
a lot of sleepless nights here trying to sit out there with the mosquitoes and deal with it.
Well, see, if you were up here in Virginia, you wouldn't have to worry about mosquitoes, unless, of course, you were in my house, and then you're going to get eaten alive because our house is full of mosquitoes for some reason.
Yeah, Florida just doesn't matter what time of year it is. There's just skeeters all the time, year round.
Yep.
And there he is.
Yeah.
Mr. Peter.
Morning, Rodney. Morning, Dan. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Let me say hi to a few people. Buying Space, good morning. Night Train, Mike, good morning. Scott, Jackrabbit FPV, good morning. Mr. Captain Ray Kelly, good morning. Ken, place it here. He's driving. Be safe, brother.
Yep.
Copper State Aerial Photography. Hey, Mike, how did the surgery go, brother? Let's see. Yep, I guess that's about it. So, yeah, it's I think I'm about ready for warmer weather already, which is unusual for me because fall is usually a comfortable time for me.
I feel like that's gonna be what comes next, Rodney, is buying airspace so that you can fly. I mean, they're taxing everything else.
Well,
air is next.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least, Dano.
Yep.
Who's going to sell that though? Who are you going to buy that off?
Federal FAA.
Federal Air Association.
Well, in our situation, it'd be federal.
Yeah.
You're definitely not in our situation, but I would assume if they're going to do it, that'd be federal and FAA.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine having to buy airspace to fly? I'd be ticked. God, I would just stop flying. I just wouldn't care.
Oh yeah, no kidding. You know. Yeah.
And impose the same thing on water. Anytime you want to take your boat out, you got to purchase your water. Jeez.
You almost have to do that to begin with in some
I know.
Mela, good morning.
Good morning.
Al Duranify, good morning, Al Duran.
I'm still in the hospital.
Good morning to everyone in chat.
They kept me because of sleep apnea.
Everybody I've missed.
Oh man, I got that too, Mike.
Dude, I was gonna say I don't. Yeah, no, I've earned these bags, bro. Yeah.
Mike Kelly, that's Copper State area. He had knee surgery, so I guess he got a new knee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
good news.
Wife will appreciate that.
Ron Lockwood said to tell everybody hi. He's not going to be able to join us today, but he did send me a picture of where he's going to be at.
Yeah, he looked tired last night when he was streaming with us. He looked dead. Ghostly.
Were you on Matt's stream?
Yeah, he looked rough last night. He was just out of it.
Well, he was looking pretty good this morning.
Yeah.
Let me share this picture he sent to me.
He looks like I do, just white. Like, okay. I don't know why I look this white. I'm in Florida.
Yeah, you should be all tan and stuff.
Right. And I'm out in the sun all the time.
So this mountain range is where he's going to. I think he's going to be right up in here, I believe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, looks nice.
He's going up there to do some moose photography.
I'm not walking that far for a picture.
Well,
So he's
I think
go,
driving,
he-
but-
going to shoot them, but not with a gun.
right. He's going to shoot them, but not with a gun.
That's good. Good move.
So that was a pretty picture, and it was still kind of dark. That's why it looked so grainy. So, but anyway, so that's where he's going to be at today. And here is Mr. Lovelady. Oh, there he is.
There he is. Good
Dennis, I sent you the ukulele tabs for Gin and Juice and Tribute by Tenacious D. Check your Facebook Messenger.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Mac
You would
Air,
kill us
good
all
morning.
if you pulled it off.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Peter. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good, thank you. Very good.
Good.
Peter just got a lot louder. I'm going to turn you down.
I can turn it down if you like. Is that any better?
I think I'm halfway down now. Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah, had a good meeting with the family a couple of weeks ago. With all the COVID stuff, we haven't got together for a while, but we had a new addition to the family. I became a grand uncle for the 8th time. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
my nephew and his wife had a baby boy named Henry. Yeah, so we went to meet him.
Oh,
And
that's
all the rest of the family. No, great
so
day.
in Australia, they're called granduncle. In the United States, they're called great uncles.
Oh, I'm not sure.
My brother
I'm not
was
sure
saying
what the
he was a
official
great
title is.
uncle.
Yeah.
My brother was saying he was a great uncle for the first time a few years ago. I said, "You may be a good uncle, but you're not great. Come on, you know."
Whatever it is, it's a great or grand uncle, whichever you prefer.
Yeah. You're killing Maxie here with that Gin and Juice song, man. He's the one that requested it, so I sent you the tabs because of him. I was like, that would be pretty entertaining to watch you try to sing Gin and Juice with a ukulele. I have to think it.
There are a few that I won't even try. You know,
It's a rap song, but I've seen people ukulele it. It sounds interesting when it's put ukulele form.
okay. Well, thank you for the tabs. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I could just see you up there, Dennis, sipping on gin and juice. Ding a ding a ding a ding a ding.
I mentioned ukulele Zen. Stu Fuchs is his name.
See, Maxie's laughing already.
So for us non-musical people, what are ukulele tabs?
Quick form learning, basically. It's a simplified version of
So tabs are well, tabs really. You talk about the chords, right? Or are you talking about actual tabs?
So I sent you actual tabs.
Tabs. Okay, so I can show you what tabs look like, Peter. They
I believe that the website was tabs. I just quickly sent it, but I believe they're actual tabs. If not, then they're just going to be lettered.
All right, so let's see, tabs. I have several songs that have tabs in them. Mostly I just use the chords. Oh, come on, here we go.
Good morning, Bent Rail.
Good morning.
So tabs look like this. Like this. And they're just, they show which string and which finger position you use for that string. So like A, no finger, A finger on fret 2, that thing, right? So, and then that's how you play this particular What is it? 5 feet 2? Yeah, this is
Okay.
do 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 do, and this is how you would make that happen on the ukulele.
Fair enough.
That's what.
So it's just it's like a simplified, quick, easy learning process. That way, all you have to do is memorize the tabs.
Right.
So, yeah, I want to say, Mela, I hope you get to feeling better.
Yes,
agree with
Mela.
Max on
Miss-
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
But
yes, Dennis, as a fellow guitarist, yeah.
oh, you play guitar?
I play bass and I play acoustic.
Oh, cool,
Yeah, man.
cool.
I have a guitar.
Next
Tell you what,
time
I
Dennis
have-
gets down there to Florida, you and him are gonna have to meet up and do a duo.
We can do
The
that,
last
man.
time we met up, I had to get a new drone.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out what happened that day, Dennis. All you said was, I don't know where my drone is. And then you said, I see black spots in the sky. And I was like, what? And then all of a sudden we heard it ring off the pole. And I was like, oh, well, that
Okay.
thing's done for.
There it is.
Found it in pieces.
So when did this happen?
2 years ago?
March of 2020, right?
Yeah,
Must have been
yeah.
2019.
Okay.
Must have been.
Maybe to 2009. Yeah, I guess so. Because I was
Because
still with
2020 in March, that's when everybody started getting locked down.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was still with Robin at the time over at her house. Yeah, I guess that's accurate. We went to that big sports complex.
Yeah.
That's right.
But what happened? There was an osprey that had a nest at the top of
Yeah.
of one of the field lights, and I was flying around that, right? I kept a safe distance, but anyway, and then I brought the drone back down and was headed toward home, but I couldn't see the drone with my eyes, right? I could only see what was on the screen, right? And I didn't. I kept looking out there for the drone, but I could see that I was headed for home, but basically wasn't paying attention to the screen. If I had been, I'd have seen that there was a light pole that was getting bigger and bigger in that screen.
Yeah. It sounded like a broken guitar string letting go. Twang!
Really, I mean, it hit hard.
I was like,
It
whoa,
crashed.
dude, that was full tilt. You had all the beans under it when it hit.
Crushed the front end of that.
Oh, yeah.
completely. Like a head-on collision.
Yeah, and then right after that, I met up with Justin a year later, and he did the same thing.
Justin,
Yeah, 869 strictly.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He bam right into the pole. As soon as he took off, he just went straight into it. I was like, what the hell, bro? What
There's
are
a
you
common
doing?
theme there. Dan, you were there both times. What does that mean?
DJI hates me. What can I say?
So for
It
3.5
knows
years, I have successfully stayed away from Dan Sampson's area. So,
Yes.
Good move.
Hey, Tej, you have a good day, brother, and thanks for
Yeah,
stopping
Tej.
by and saying howdy.
Yeah.
Instead, I've come to see you the past couple times, Dennis.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
So what's the story behind My Soda is Flat? You use that. I noticed.
I just changed my name randomly. I
knew that.
I have no reason or rhyme for what I do. I just have fun, man.
That's good.
That's it. Next week I might be the original Bobo. Then after that I might be Bulk Brogan. I just have fun.
I think you've used Bulk Brogan before.
Yeah, I've used Bulk Brogan, but I'm just giving examples of I just come up with catchy things and put it on there. I really don't care if people know who I am to subscribe. I just have fun. That's all it is. I try to catch something that's catchy. Obviously, it's catchy because you just went, my soda is flat. Huh.
Well, he came on before I actually went live, and so I brought him on the screen, and I came on the screen and I said, my soda is flat? Really?
I'm still depressed. It happened yesterday. I poured some soda, and I was expecting bubblies. And
it shows. It shows.
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
You're really down about that.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it was a mood changer instantly. So now the rest of the day, I'm like, my soda's flat.
A while back, I forget how long ago back, but I bought a soda out of a soda machine. I opened it up, and my first clue should have been that it didn't go psst. So I opened it up, and I took a big drink, and it was, if you've ever had a Diet Dr. Pepper flat, it's not good.
No. The fizz is what makes it at that point.
Yeah. I mean, and it was just like, oh my gosh.
No, mine was deceiving, Rodney. I went, and it went, tss, and I went, and no, that was the end of the end of the car.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it was just
yeah.
Before decompression.
Yes, it
The
was
last fizz, as they say.
a tickle.
So, Dennis, I don't know if you caught it. Ron Lockwood's not going to be able to join us today because he's going to be up at Bighorn Mountain.
I saw him on Matt's show. He was talking a little bit about.
Oh yeah.
He'll be drone flying and hunting.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
He's going to be trying to get some photographs of moose. What's plural for moose? Is it meese?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mises, yes.
Mooses.
One hippopotami cannot get on a bus because one hippopotami is two hippopotamus.
Wouldn't you just
If
say
you
hippos?
have two goose, that's called one geese. A pair of mouse is mice. A pair of moose is meese. Yeah. Nobody knows what a paraphernalia is. And what does half a pair of scissors weigh? It's a single scissors.
Leave it to Dennis to know something like that.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'll remember that, Dennis, but I'm sure I won't.
Yeah, I know I won't. There for a minute, I thought Dan was frozen because he was just sitting there like this, and he's just like not
Contemplating.
moving. So
yeah, I was thinking about like creating a word for moose instead of meese. Mooses. I was thinking trifecta, but that's not going to work. Like trifecta moose.
Bifecta.
That's not. Yeah, there you go. Bifecta moose. Like, yeah, Dennis. Yes. There's got to be a legitimate word that doesn't sound so weird.
So, Dennis, you arrive here on the 3rd, do you?
That's right.
Yeah,
About 9 a.m.
Yeah.
9 something, early 9 a.m.
So when are you actually leaving the States or leaving for your trip?
5:30 p.m. about.
On
You want to know exactly? I'll tell you exactly.
well,
Wait, where are we going?
Give us the details.
Yeah. Flight number and everything, so we can track it on flight radar.
Track you.
24.
You got it. So, well, maybe if my email app on this iPad wakes up. Come on now.
Don't tell me your flight number. I'm calling in a bomb scare.
Australia. I think that's where
I'm gonna have your plane swatted.
There it is. So leaving here at 5:11 p.m. on flight number AA2328 American. And landing in LAX at 7:05 p.m. And then flight blah 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 AA73 from LAX to Sydney 11:41 p.m. on the 1st to 9 o'clock a.m. on the 3rd. Yes.
Yeah, you miss a whole day.
Wow.
Well,
Where are we
because
flying to?
it's 20 minutes to midnight,
Yeah.
right? But it's already 2 p.m. in Brisbane, right? Or in Sydney. And so it's 2 p.m. on the 2nd. I'm going to arrive 17 hours later at 9 a.m. It makes sense, actually. So,
to answer Jack Rabbit's question, no, Jack or Scott, Dennis is staying up north, I believe.
No, he's going north and we're south.
Yeah. So I won't get to see these guys, but next time I hope to. So
where are you going?
Brisbane,
Oh,
Matt North area,
ah,
and Tim Jackson. And I should get to meet Matt and Tim Jackson and Ari.
Yep.
Tim has promised me a boxing match that day with a
Yep.
Roo.
Yep. Boxing a kangaroo.
Boxing a kangaroo. We have set that up.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I gotta see
Yes.
that.
Tim says, I've said full gloves, dude, full contact. You have to pick your Roo, bro, and just go out there and get some.
Alex,
Well-
you have a good day, brother.
See you, Alex.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dennis,
There you
I'll
go.
see you.
And then on the 6th of November, I'll be flying from Sydney to Brisbane.
So you're spending a few days in Sydney, or a couple of days in Sydney?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
There.
Yeah.
yeah. I want to see the Opera House, and there are a couple of boat cruises I want to take, and that'll probably fill my time. I have no idea what jet lag's going to do to me. I've been to China and to Japan many times, and
Should be similar to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I should be okay. So
I was talking to my wife this morning. I was telling her that you were getting ready to go to Australia, and she goes, "Oh, well, that's nice." And then she goes, "No, you can't go with him."
Come on.
Well, I wish I could, but I couldn't because I don't have a passport anyway.
Oh, okay. Maybe time to get one.
Oh, passport? Am I supposed to have a passport?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
So, Rodney, I shared, this is the Roo that Tim's supposed to be boxing.
Oh, wow.
You talking to me?
We have established this is the Schwarzenegger of kangaroos, bro. This dude, like, look at some of his other photos. This thing is insane.
So
Look,
that's a real kangaroo?
a real Roo.
Yeah.
I don't know why my thing is not backing up. What's going on here? Oh, I know why. Here, look at this. Look at this
Whoa!
truck.
Whoa, man.
This thing is just built like a tank.
Mhm.
God, man.
Who taught him to work out?
Dude, steroid Roo. That's crazy.
That's insane, yeah.
Ooh, good luck,
Wow.
Tim.
Yeah.
Whew.
I wish him the best, man. I feel like
Yeah,
just
well,
Dominic
one.
dropped out.
Who did?
Oh, there he is. Never
No,
mind.
no. I've just got a cat running amok at the moment.
Oh,
There's a fly buzzing around, and she's got to catch it. So
I see.
running amok.
I mean,
Well, my cat would do that. Cat.
Rodney, how do you think they got a Roo that built? I
That's
mean,
the way
most
they all are.
kangaroos.
Weights, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like. That thing had to. I don't know,
Well,
man.
I mean,
Like,
that's the same. I mean, he almost looked human the way he was built.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like he had to work on his upper body strength.
But did,
And how do
he,
you
had
get
like
a Roo to do that?
he had like a 40 pack going across. Like he was just solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a real Roo. That is a
It's
real
more like,
kangaroo.
do you even lift, bro?
That's what
That's
I'm
the way-
saying. That's like
That's the
that
way
should be
all the kangaroos are. They're
but
all like
not that big, bro. That thing is Hulk. That's like the Roo that runs the world over there. You know, like all decisions have to go through that Roo.
What
the
a great
alpha of the
song, the
Roo pack.
Roo that runs the world.
Right, the Roo that runs
Yeah.
the world, man. I'm sorry, but dude, you don't have an animal that built that shouldn't be. Like, I get it, their legs and their little arms, and like they box a little bit, but this thing looks like it's been, like power squatting semi truck since it was like a jit Roo.
yeah, no kidding.
Hey. They need a T-shirt.
Yeah, Dennis, I see that American Airlines have just started. I think first time tomorrow using their own aircraft from LA back to Sydney since the pandemic started. 'Cause
Oh,
they were sort of teaming up with Qantas up until then, but I think their first flight of their own aircraft lands in Sydney tomorrow morning.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
Hey,
That's,
Danny, the
maybe
View
that's
Chaser,
why I
good
got.
morning.
Yay. Good morning.
Actually, this was a really, really, really good deal to fly to Australia, and I couldn't pass it up. It was the ticket price, $850.
Wow.
Bought
Yeah.
bought a COVID clearance
$850?
ticket.
Yeah,
What?
Oh my gosh.
$850 US. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Is
cool.
that the return fare?
yeah, that's round trip.
Wow.
Wow.
That's an excellent price.
Al
That's
Duran, you have a good day, brother.
So Dennis
You
bought
got
the
a huge bargain there.
COVID clearance ticket. That's the one nobody would take the flight. Yeah.
Mm.
The thing is, it
Dennis is
cost you $400 to get from Sydney to Brisbane here, just
All
about,
right.
Yeah.
on the local flights.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Dan? Dan saying hi to Dan. Dan, it's good to see you, buddy.
So, Dennis, you going to try and go live while you're over there?
I would imagine, but I can't predict anything that's going to happen over there, right? So,
Yeah, you've got to do a sunrise.
well, I want to. Well, sunrise there. My times are on. I can work backward, but I can't work forward. The sunrise there would be about 7 a.m., right? Maybe 6 a.m. ish, and so 14 hours before that, after that, would be 9 p.m. ish here.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, so
And
maybe.
The other thing I've got to add is there's no daylight saving time in Queensland. So Queensland and New South Wales will have a different time. They're usually on the same time. The Queensland is an hour before now. So take that into account.
Right. So, yeah, it's rough numbers. 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
10 o'clock p.m. our time would be sunrise. I'm thinking sunset might fall right in line with.
Sunsets are fairly late as well, so that's probably going to work in your favour.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Sunsets are going to be outwards of nearly 8 o'clock.
So, what time did your sunset today? How long? Let's put it this way: how long ago did it set?
Probably 5 hours.
Oh
at
wow!
least.
Okay, that would be the week.
Yeah. It was 7:51.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the wee hours here. That wouldn't work.
Yeah, that'd be 10. No, it'd be 10 in the morning.
That'd be earlier than that, I think.
No, 5 hours ago it was 4:58.
Okay, 5 hours ago. Okay.
7. That'd be 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning your time.
Yeah.
I might be
Yeah.
able to catch that at work if you do it on a weekend or a weekday, because I'm usually at work at 4 o'clock.
Anyway, I hope to do that kind of stuff. It all depends on.
Or you just record it and put it up on YouTube later. You don't have to go live as long as you document it.
Yeah.
That's the other way of doing it. Just document all of your trip and then put it on YouTube. That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mickey McH.
Rodney, I got to get going. We're getting ready to fire up the 73 Dodge Charger today. So Ron's blowing up my Facebook right now.
Oh, okay.
See you
They bought
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot that you guys. You say you're getting ready to fire it up, so you get ready to start it, huh?
So we're just going to disconnect the fuel tank that's on it, and I bought a race fuel pump that we're just going to run a kill switch to, and then we're going to put a race cell in the back of it. So today we're going to clean the 4-barrel, pop that off. I mean, it should be like 450 horsepower, 500 horsepower. Man, it's a 440 block, so it should crank up and run.
I was amazed how well that paint job looked after all those years.
I honestly think it's been there for at least 20 years in that garage. I would say at least 20. I know she said 10, but I feel like she was just like giving us a numbers that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just the stuff they had fixed the ceiling with had come down and fallen on the car. Like it was just like, wow, this thing's been in here forever. All the tires were just shot, dry rotted. You know, it was just like it had a huge, thick layer of dust like that. It was like,
Wow. Yeah.
this thing was parked clean. What's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, it's
If you haven't seen Dan's video about this charger, you ought to watch it. Dan, before you go, could you put the link to it? You'll put it in the chat, maybe?
yeah. Well, I can drop it in private if you can switch it over because I'm not on the
Sure,
YouTube.
I think I can do that. Or even better yet, I can just do it.
Yeah, we only paid like $1,500 for that thing out of the storage unit.
Except they're getting to be a bit of a rare beast these days, aren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a pretty good price if you got it for that amount of money.
Oh yeah, no, it's and we got the title too. It's just like the guy walked away from his storage unit.
Okay.
You know, after paying for it for 20 years and then walked. You know, it was like, well, that seems silly to me, but all right.
Yeah.
So Ron just popped the hood and sent me pictures, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go get this thing running.
So here's the link. The link is in the chat.
Oh, you got it already? I just posted it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I posted it in private, but yeah. Did you grab it already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. So, yeah, I just went to it.
What's the bodywork like on it?
So it did peel a little paint after. Let's give it a number here. I'm going to say 15 years. All right. It was parked with a pretty clean paint job. What it looks like is that water at some point had gotten into the storage unit and come up to a certain level. And so all of the door panel jambs look like they had been soaked in maybe salt water of some kind.
Oh.
And the lower end of the rims, where you could tell like halfway up the rim where it was all polished and chromed, you could see that it had eaten away at the walls of the rims and the lower door panel. So they created rust down there.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the lower part of both panels are in a little rough condition. They could use some patchwork and then another paint job. But I think overall, the chassis and everything else is still in really great shape. I mean, it looks clean. If you look at the video pictures, it's clean.
Yeah, you mind if I share? I've got it on pause.
Oh, I don't care.
I can flash up the picture of the car itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care.
It
Go
looks
for it.
really nice
Yeah,
especially after they
washed
cleaned
it.
it off. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful car.
I was questioning what it was going to look like when we got started. I was like, oh boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. So for, $1,500, that's,
Is that color plum crazy?
I have no idea. I know that was a very popular color when that car was released. Probably they were aiming for the original color. I don't think this is the original color. You can tell it's been sprayed because the door still had tape on all the,
Yeah.
So they just sprayed it and then parked it.
I had a 1973 Plymouth Duster, and the color was almost exactly like that. They called it plum crazy.
Plum crazy. I'll have to look that up. I mean, he's getting insane offers for it right now. It's not even running, so.
Wow.
I don't know what he's just got so many trade offers on the table. And like I said, it doesn't even run yet. It's just been parked, so it's, it looks fun. I mean, if we get it cranked up, I would love to do an absolute burnout and just burn the tires right off the back of the thing for a video.
I like the wheels on that thing.
Yeah. But you can see how half of it is like still really clean. And then if you look at the other half on each side, it's really dull. Right? You can see where the water line had made it up to the door jambs and the tires. So even though we rolled it on there, if you zoom in real close, you can see the difference. And it's identical on the front and rear.
Oh, yeah, I can't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the right side is really clean and the left side looks dull. It's like, I don't know how this thing got salt, up to that point or where it was parked for that to happen, but it did. So ruin the rims. that's even after wash, it ruined the rims.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry.
Rims are pretty cheap anyway, so.
Yeah.
Don't set your watch by my clock, Peter.
I just noticed it was 4 minutes out.
Yeah.
Copper State. Yeah, it's a premium package rally sport edition 1973 with a roll down back window. It's super rare. I don't know why somebody let it go, but they did. So anyway, still has the original engine and block in it.
Wow, man.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go pull the spark plugs today. Stick my stethoscope down there, or my camera down each cylinder, and have a look. And borescope. There we go. Borescope. We're gonna put my borescope down there and have a look at what's going on in each cylinder before we try to turn it over.
Yeah, and who's this? Your friend Ron?
Yeah, you know, Ron. Well, both of us, but yeah, we went in on it.
Okay.
So,
Well, when you guys get that fixed up, man, you know, no telling what price you can
oh,
get
I know,
for it.
I know.
I
As long as
mean,
everything's
especially
original.
a Charger, because back in the 70s, Chargers were pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
mean, all those muscle cars were the Roadrunner,
It's
was it 442, the
Yeah.
Tornados, the Mustangs, the Camaros,
it's
The
crazy.
Judge. Remember the Judge?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy to think that we went through that whole muscle car era, and then the 80s they really died off. I don't understand what happened to the muscle car era. It was like 60s, 70s, and then the whole muscle car era just dumped.
I think,
Gas prices.
man, having come up through that time period, I think it was the gas, when gas started getting more expensive.
Yeah.
Because back in the even in the early 70s and late 60s, I can remember gas stations having gas wars. And if you had there's 3 gas stations by where I lived, and they'd get into gas wars.
Oh, yeah, lucky.
And gas would go down to
23
15 cents, 10 cents a gallon sometimes.
Right.
And in 75, I think it was, Dennis, correct me if I'm wrong, you should know this. It wasn't 75 because I was still in Japan. In 78, it was 78 or 79, gas went up to like 85 cents. It went from like 40 cents a gallon to 85, just boom, in a day.
Well, so I looked up the original price when they would have dropped this package of car. This would have been the premium package. So leather seats, all that. They've been pulled, obviously, for bucket seats now for racing, and the roll cage was installed. But it is a street legal version still. It still is able to be put on the street, right? But the difference is, like, I looked at the price and I was like, man, this car only cost brand new like $3,500 to $4,000. And then I was like, that seems really cheap. Today's standards, that was. Go back then, people were only making like $2 or $3 an hour. It was like, so to afford a car like that was way out of most people's league.
Oh yeah, back you're right. Back then, that was a lot of money.
Right. So it's like I think I looked up the average minimum wage for the whole U.S. at that time was $1.60 an hour.
Yeah.
That's I couldn't even imagine today, dude.
No kid. Hey, I want to say good morning to Drone Life RC. Chris, good morning. And Victorian Aerial Vision, good morning. Or good evening to you, sir.
Morning,
he's in Australia.
It's good morning now because it's 1 a.m.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Thanks, Dominic, for reminding me.
So Rodney, I'm gonna leave you with this. It's a 7.2 liter, so this car would not be ideal to drive today on the road.
Oh man, 7.2 liter.
Yeah, you're talking like maybe 7 to 8 miles to the gallon if you're lucky, and if you're romping on it, like 5 miles to the gallon.
What carburetor does it have?
It has a 4-barrel Holly on it.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's eating fuel. It's
and how about the rear end?
I have no idea. I know that it's locked. I think the rear end is locked up, so it might need. We're gonna have to pull the diff to see what's going on with the rear. Because even after we got it in neutral, it still was locked out on one side.
Yeah, well, you pretty much had to drag it out of
it.
Yeah.
Yep. Very carefully drag it without hurting anything. Yeah, that was an all day. We left at 6 a.m., got there by 9, and then from then on, it was just a very tedious job of not hurting things or getting it out very carefully. So you saw the sped up version of everything that took 12 hours to knock out. That was a very long day. So
yeah.
I just remembered that wasn't a Duster; it was a Twister. Twister was the sport version of the Duster.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the Duster. I remember when the Roadrunners came out with the 383s in them.
Strokers.
1969.
Yep.
So that's what this is. It's a 440 stroker. So, and it's been built. Somebody's already got Nazi race exhaust on it. They're cut at the flanges. It's got cherry bomb kits that point straight down at the ground and bend outwards. So the exhaust only goes to the halfway point of the car. Somebody was racing this car. It was and on the back of it, it has a National Race League official sticker for wherever they were racing at. So this thing was running races. I mean, it was being pushed. So we don't know what the condition of the engine is. Like the rear end's obviously locked up, so it was parked for a reason. So now we have to go through the diff and figure out what happened.
Well, I guess you'll find out today, huh?
And pull that cover off and go, oh my God, it's disintegrated. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm out. Thanks for having me on, Rodney.
Okay.
Have a good one, Dan.
Yes,
Bye,
sir.
Dan.
I'll catch you guys later.
Later. So, all right. Well, I'm going to say good morning to 400 AGL.
Hey, Mel.
Mel,
Hi,
good
Mel.
morning. Good to see you in the chats. Mickey McH, good morning.
Mickey.
Again, Victorian Aerial Vision, good morning.
Yes.
You got it right that time. And so, all righty.
What are us old folks doing up at this hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I actually considered sleeping in today.
Wow.
Brett should know because he's one of the old guys too.
Yeah.
Victorian Aerial Vision, Brett.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay.
He's an old guy too.
Brett?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know
Well,
that.
he said, what are us old guys doing?
Oh, okay. So he has included himself in it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, what are us old blokes? I see. I guess he's talking about you and Dominic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly wasn't thinking about us, was he, Ron?
No, not at all.
Definitely not. No.
Because it's not early in the morning here.
Yeah.
He says exactly.
Mm.
So, how long are you in Australia for, Dennis?
The 3rd through the 15th. So,
Okay. Almost 2 weeks or so.
yeah. From my perspective, it's 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
I won't actually be there that long. So.
I think you said a while ago you're going up to Darwin too. Was that correct?
No, I didn't. If I
Okay.
said, I don't know what I said about Darwin, but
Okay.
no.
Okay, so Dan just sent me a video, and I'm gonna assume he wants me to show it to you guys. So, and if he didn't intend that, then sorry, Dan.
Too bad. We'll watch it anyway.
Oh, cool.
So let me start it. Yeah, that thing cleaned up pretty nice. There's the engine. That's the two guys are Dan's friends. So, wow. Huh.
Did he say what engine that was? Is that a 383?
I think he said it was a 440.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard him mention something about 440.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Plymouth put any of those Hemis they had in the Chargers or not. Yeah.
well, Chargers was is Dodge.
Well, yeah, Chrysler, I should have said.
Yeah, but yeah, I do remember that there were some of the Chrysler, the Plymouth. What?
No, his name is Bixby.
How did that happen?
Huh?
It's trying. My watch is telling me to set up Bixby. I didn't want to. I don't even know how it got there.
Okay.
So
Bixby is Samsung's attempt to be Google.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna say, what
It,
the hell's going on?
it didn't work very well, to tell you the truth.
No, Samsung puts buttons and touch points all over their phones so that you accidentally bring up Bixby whether you want to or not. It's weird.
Yeah, apparently so. I tried setting up Bixby when I got my first Samsung Galaxy,
Yeah.
and it goes tell me say this phrase to set up voice recognition, and I'd say that phrase. Sorry, did not recognize this voice. Try again, and I finally just gave up. I mean,
Yeah.
if it can't understand, then too bad.
If it can't understand you, it'd have real problems with Chris Hope, huh?
Oh yeah. So Chrysler Chargers in Australia, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Right.
Valiant Chargers, part of the Chrysler Valiant range.
Yeah.
Yeah, special
And Matt
two-door
was
version.
driving a Chrysler Duster, wasn't he? On that, I don't know if he ever published that vlog. He had a vlog that he was driving a Chrysler. It was a road trip.
Who was that?
Matt North.
Oh, that was a Valiant.
Yeah, that was the old Valiant.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
That
Yeah,
that was
Chrysler
his
Valiant.
dad's Valiant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough.
So that was a Plymouth in the United States.
I'll be right back, guys.
The Valiant.
Because they built a special version of those Valiant Chargers for racing. They had the Slant 6 engine in them, but they were very highly modified. They had triple Weber carburetors on them and all this sort of stuff, and they were built purely for racing.
I remember the Slant 6. That was a good engine.
Yeah. Yeah, then at Ford, we built the special racing version of the Ford Falcon. It was originally based on the American one, but we designed them our own way after a few years, and they had at one stage that we built a racing car. It was called the Falcon GTHO, which they built for racing, and that was at one stage that was I think the fastest four-door production car in the world.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because they were capable of up around 150 miles an hour, something like those things. They had the 351 motor in them.
Wow. Is that the same as US mile?
Yeah. Yes, it was the US 351 motor, but modified a bit.
My goodness gracious.
Yeah, they
my friend had the reason I knew the Roadrunner came out in 1969 is that my friend had one, and it had been balanced and blueprinted at the factory.
Yeah.
For, it was the one that was supposed to tour the country to different showrooms, right? To entice people to buy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, somehow my friend's father ended up landing his hands on it, and he gave that to my friend for his birthday, for his 17th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, and but that car would do 147.
Yeah, those these days those Falcon GTHOs, they only built a limited number of them, and a good one of those will bring probably more than $500,000 here for a good one. They're worth a fortune.
Yeah, I bet.
Who made the Roadrunner? Was it Plymouth?
Plymouth, yeah.
Thought it was
That
Warner
was a
Brothers.
383 Hemi that he had. Like I said, balanced and blueprinted. It was not Hemi. Sorry. The 426 was a Hemi. Yeah, the 383 was a Hemi, right? Hemispherical heads.
Not sure.
Yeah, I think so. 426 was Hemi for sure.
So, according to Google, someone asked the question: are Plymouth Roadrunners rare? It says only about 7,000 of these cars were built, which makes them relatively rare on the roads today.
I still love
didn't
the
build
sound of
them
the
very-
horns on those
They
things.
didn't build very many of them, did they?
No. No, it was a sports car from the beginning. Oh, the Super Bee. I forgot about the Super Bee too. The Super Bee and the Judge were pretty similar. They had that big spoiler on the back of them.
Yeah. So this is Roadrunner. Well, that's not what I want to use.
The Judge only came in orange and green. Is that right? Or was it only green?
The Judge?
Yeah.
Geez, I don't remember. I'm trying to find a decent picture. Here, I'll just do this. This is Plymouth Roadrunner, 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And I don't recall ever seeing one with the big spoiler and the pointy front end.
I don't either.
I mean,
that doesn't look stock.
This, yeah, it looks like it was special. It was a Hemi Superbird.
Yeah.
The Superbird. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that
Superbird,
special
the
body
Super
work on
Bee,
them.
The Judge,
Yeah.
they all had that big spoiler in the back.
Yeah, let's see. And then the Judge. Is that the Judge was a Charger, right?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
No,
No,
I think
the
that was a
GTO?
GTO.
Yeah. And it was orange. Although something tells me they were sometimes green.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
that
were-
one doesn't have the big spoiler on the back.
No, it has the smaller one. But I think that's just a regular GTO. Let me.
Yeah. Yeah, as big as those cars were, Peter, they without that spoiler on the back, I know they I never went 147 miles an hour with him in that car, by the way. He said that it began to float.
Okay,
Right.
so here's the Judge.
Okay.
And it had the small spoiler on the back, and I think you're right. It was the Super Bee that had the big, like the Judge did, or the Roadrunner did.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I misremembered that. Yeah.
Well, it could be I am too, but let me see. Super Bee. Oh, now I'm confused. Now I'm really confused.
Yeah. Maybe it depended what year it was.
Maybe so, because that's a Super Bee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It actually.
And they were always yellow, black and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That's a deal. Those days are gone.
Mm.
they are. Well, you know what? I stand corrected. Because here's a blue Super Bee.
No.
Superbird was not popular when produced. Some dealers removed the spoiler from the nose clip and the nose clip, but now they fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That was on the Roadrunner one.
Mickey McH said that.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
And
Yeah,
here's
the
Steve,
super- Go ahead.
this is a blue Super B.
Huh.
Let's see if, this is a Dodge Corvette Super B. I forgot about the Cornettes too.
I did too. I was just about to say the same thing. Completely forgot about the Dodge Coronet.
Yep.
I really do miss those days.
Mm.
Lucky to be alive.
Yep.
Blessed to be alive.
Well, this is a pretty. See, and you're right. Super Bs came in many different colors, actually, because here's a green one. So I stand corrected on that. I thought they were always black and yellow.
I think the most popular ones probably were just because the bee motif, right?
Yeah.
Who wants to see a green bee?
The
Of
mutant
course, the hornet was
bee.
green, right?
It says it's mutant bee.
Mm.
The
All
green-
right. So I remember my next door neighbor, their oldest boy, bought a 69 Camaro. I think it was 69 was the first year Camaros came out. And I thought they were so much better looking than the Mustangs back then. But Unlimited Vertical, good morning. Let's see.
Good morning, Unlimited Vertical, and everybody that I haven't graded and that I have. It's your Oklahoma Stang, Mela said before.
Yeah, Oklahoma slang, yeah.
Oh, slang. That says slang. My eyes. My poor eyes.
Yeah.
We're talking
I know,
about-
Dennis. My eyes are just as bad.
Talking about cars, I saw that as Stang.
So they came out. Actually, he had a 67.
Yeah.
It was a 67 Camaro because that's when the first year they came out. So let's see if I can find a picture of it.
67 is the year that they tried the fastback on the Mustang.
right.
That was pretty popular.
Yeah,
Some people-
yeah. I remember the.
I've got one of those behind me there. There
There it is.
Yeah.
By golly.
it is.
I hadn't noticed that till you pointed it out.
What's that?
It's a fastback.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
There.
I also see Dom's tail showing.
Excuse me?
I think it's his cats, I think.
Yeah, it was his cat. His cat's tail was sitting in there, it's going like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She's running amok.
So this is a that's a 67 Camaro
Oh, yeah.
SS.
Oh, you remember the SS 396?
Yep.
Yeah, that was something.
That's a sharp looking car right there.
It is. It is. That and a 67 Mustang side by side. I don't know which one I think today is better looking, and I don't remember what I thought of them back then.
Well, like I said, I thought the Camaros when they came out were better looking than the Mustangs, but I would have taken either one if either one was offered to me. And if both were offered to me, I'd definitely take them both.
So what do you think of the 2022 Mustang hybrid? What do you think of that?
Oh, no.
No comment.
That's a road I don't want to go down.
All right, then.
No comment.
That,
Hey.
you know, I saw one. I finally saw one. It was a while back. Me and Valerie had gone somewhere, and this car passed, and I'm like, what in the world was that? And I pulled up behind it, and it said Mustang. I'm like, well, what year is that? And then as I started to go past it, I saw the dash, and it was just a big tablet, right?
Oh, yeah.
One of those electric Mustangs. It looks nothing like a Mustang. They misnamed that car. They ruined the Mustang because of it. They should have named it Pinto or Maverick or any other one of them horse cars.
Yeah.
But not the Mustang. That makes me mad.
Yeah.
It's
right.
more. It's
I'm glad
more
you
of
didn't go
a.
down that road, Rodney,
Yeah.
because it could have been nasty.
Oh man. I saw that and I'm like, what is Ford thinking? They take one of their best looking cars and I don't care if it's green. You want to make a green car, make it a Maverick or call it a corn cob or something, but don't ruin the name of Mustang. Gee, many Christmas. You know, I saw my first Ford F-150 Lightning, and at least it looks like a Ford F-150.
Those Mustang hybrids are more like an SUV, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they all look like orthopedic shoes.
You know what they look like? You know what they remind me of? The Mustang 2. Remember when the Mustang 2s came out?
Oh yeah, that wasn't popular.
Had nothing, didn't look anything like a Mustang. I'm done.
Yeah.
The show says Rodney Bell. Get off.
My
Rodney's
whole
upset.
day is ruined now. Thanks, Dennis.
My pleasure.
So
No.
you're not going to buy one of those, then, Rodney?
No.
Okay.
Now, if I could find a practical use for the Ford F-150 Lightning, I had that kind of money, I might buy one of. I probably would buy one of those because.
Well, you could power your neighborhood town. Just be a nice guy. You know, go out on some special day and say, today I'm going to power the town of Colonial Beach.
Yeah.
There you go.
All of 5 seconds.
No, you haven't been watching enough commercials, Rodney. You could do that for at least a week.
Hi, Susan.
Hello, Susan Lee. Good morning.
Hey,
Yes.
Susan Lee. Wow. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Susan.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry if I put down orthopedic shoes by saying that they looked anything like today's car. But but there you go. We're old people, Rodney.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. I mean, really, Ford, come on. If you're going to call it a Mustang, make it look like a Mustang.
Yeah.
You know, but they made the Mustang too, and it just completely turned me off from Mustangs because they didn't look like Mustangs.
Right.
Mhm.
Then when they started coming back, retro fitting the Mustangs to look more like Mustangs, I mean, the front end was still a little wonky looking, but at least it you could tell it was a Mustang, you know. And then they just finally completed the cycle, and now the modern day Mustangs look a whole lot like the Mustangs from the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
More modern looking. I'll give you that, but it's got that lineage, you know.
Yeah.
So, but, and then they had to come out with that Mustang electric, you know, it'd been better named Maverick, I think. Maverick was Ford, right?
Yes.
I had a Ford Maverick back in the 90s, but that was one they marketed here in Australia. It was a rebadged Nissan Patrol that Ford sold under the Ford Maverick name.
They had a Maverick in the 90s in Australia?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. It was a Nissan
they quit
Patrol.
making Mavericks and Pintos here in the 70s, I think.
I have no idea.
So I think your Mavericks over there now are a pickup, aren't they? Are they a pickup truck, the Mavericks?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They're smaller. They're smaller than the Ford Rangers.
Yeah.
See, I got no problem with that.
Mike Copper State says that new little Ford truck is called the Maverick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. and see, and I really don't have a problem with that. Remember, they were there. All those cars, the Mustang, the Pinto, and the Mavericks, were all called pony cars.
Yeah,
because they were all named after types of horses.
Yeah.
So cool. So well, that was exciting.
yeah.
Got the old juices flowing.
Yeah.
We lost
Now-
all our drone friends, but
Do what?
lost all of our drone friends. We got a lot of new car subscribers.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I like cars as well, so I'm hitting both subjects.
So I'm gonna do something.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Well, I'm going to do.
I am going to share.
Is that equivalent to y'all watch this?
Yeah, hold my
Can you
beer.
hold my beer?
Let's
Hold my beer.
But we want to be inclusive of everybody, so it's hold my beer, and for the contradictory gender, hold my Cosmo.
There you go.
Or hold my coffee.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to share something here.
Go
And
for
I'm
it.
going to share the music too.
Yeah, hopefully I can watch this and then
So
sleep
and
well tonight.
since I'm not monetizing my channel, it doesn't matter.
I'll sleep well tonight. Then.
I can't
There you
stay on much longer, guys.
Wait a minute. This isn't the one I wanted to share. But
Oh, okay.
okay. Well, maybe it is.
Yours will be the only name that matters to me, the only one whose favor I seek, the only name that matters to me. Yours will be the friendship and affection I need to feel my Father smiling on me, the only name that matters to me. And yours is the name that has saved me, mercy and grace, the power that forgave me, and your love is all I've ever needed.
How's the sound on that?
Sound is loud, right?
Pretty loud.
Really loud.
Okay, I turned the volume down, and I guess I didn't hear. I'll turn it down a little bit more. Sorry about that, guys. Should have said something.
Nothing
All
to
right,
worry about.
hang on.
The ringing will stop in a few hours.
It was no clue when Peter was doing.
I didn't even notice. Sorry. But I mean, did
No.
other than loud, did it sound good?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it sounded okay. Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah.
sound like
Really,
it was
really
coming
clear.
from a distance or anything.
No,
Huh?
no.
Okay,
Quite clear.
Yours
Better?
will be
It's a bit better.
the only name that matters to me.
sound better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The only one whose favor I seek, the only name that matters to me. Yours is the name that
This was
saved
yesterday.
me, mercy and grace, the power that forgave me, and your love is all I've ever needed. When I wake up in the land of glory with the saints, I will tell
love flying at this school.
That's cool that you do.
Definitely keeps you on your toes.
Oops.
Jesus, just that name.
In the goggles, it felt like I was just hanging there. I was too.
How high is that? It's like 15 feet.
Yeah. It was a bit of height there.
Just that name. When I wake
So
up.
what I'm doing is I'm trying to turtle mode out of the tree.
Turtle mode. I forgot what that was called. Did it work? Looks like it worked.
It did.
Yep.
Cool. You're mixing up those leaves.
And the only damage I sustained was all to the props.
Ego was intact.
Huh?
Ego was intact.
Well, yeah. Basically, I mean, you just kind of have to accept some things, you know.
Yeah.
And if you're going to fly around trees, you're going to have to accept the fact that you're going to land in them once in a while.
Yeah.
So I do it again, right?
Yeah.
Fly the same path. What had happened is I didn't see that branch. I saw the one beyond it because it still had a bunch of leaves on it, but that one I landed into just barely had leaves, so I didn't even see it.
Okay.
Well,
Great stuff.
thanks for letting me share that with you guys.
Yeah. Well,
One question on FPV drones. Can they do forward flips?
Yes.
Okay.
And they can do backwards flips, and they can do rolls, and you can even do loops. I'm getting to where I can do loops too. I like doing those look backs. You know what a look back is? Is you're flying along, and if you flip backwards and then just let it ride like that, that's a look back. That's called a look back. And then what you're talking about is flipping is like that.
Yeah. Well,
And then of course this is roll.
Yeah.
So and I do some of those in some of my other videos.
Very good.
Rodney, I have to go.
All right,
Yeah,
Dennis.
okay.
Yeah, it's probably time to close down.
yeah, I was just about to say I was going to call it as well because it's 1:45 out here.
Thanks so much for having us on.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
no
welcome,
worries.
guys. Thanks for coming on. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So next week I won't be joining your show, Rodney. Sorry to say.
no.
I understand.
I might be joining it from a little distance away.
Yeah.
Well, that would be cool too, but I understand that it's going to be late at night there, and you're probably going to be tired. Matt's probably going to wear you out.
Probably, I would imagine.
Anyway, Dennis, if I don't get to talk to you before then, you have a safe and wonderful trip, man.
Thanks.
And do me a favor. Give Matt and Ari and Tim all a big hug for me.
I'll do it.
So, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you happen to get down to see Dominic and Peter, give them a hug too. Just
I don't do that.
Absolutely would.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Have a safe trip, Dennis.
Yeah, thank you, Peter.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Good night.
Bye, Dennis.
Have a good one,
As
Dennis.
well. So,
All right, Dominic, you have a good.
yeah.
My pumpkin looks like that. Your cat.
Her name is Zoe.
Oh, okay.
She runs
My
them out.
stepdaughter has a cat that looks exactly like that. His name is Pumpkin.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Dominic, Peter.
Bye-bye.
No, Dominic.
Good
And
night.
everybody in the chat. Bye-bye.
All right.
Uh,
Oh, thanks for having me on, Rodney. And
You're welcome, Peter. Always glad to have you.
okay, I'll head off to bed too. Okay.
All righty. Good
All
night.
right, good
brother.
night.
Sleep
Good night to
well.
all in chat. Bye.
Unlimited vertical. That is a Run Cam 5 orange. I got 2 of them. I like those cameras. They do pretty good. All right, everybody. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Sunday Sunrise Cruise, starting with Drone Bum in New York. Coming to me here in Virginia. Going to Dennis Lovelady in Georgia. This will be the last time for a couple of weeks. Taking his place next weekend will be Jackrabbit FPV, Scott. He will be standing in for Dennis, and we've already had a taste of that, and we're glad to have him on the team. And after Dennis tomorrow will be Fly Natural if he flies. If he doesn't, it'll be Chris Hope, and after Chris Hope, of course, will be Johnny Drone Flyer. Everybody, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Love y'all. Bye now.